I've been closely connected with Steve Lane's songs for nearly a decade now, and I think he comes from the great Australian lyrical writing tradition, or tradition of lyricists as people like Paul Kelly and Courtney Barnett. Some amazing highlights that I've seen in my time working with Steve have been watching him share the stage with Augie March's rhythm section, and watching him sign recording and publishing deals with the ABC. Became the debut album, The Romance of Communication, ended up being a finalist in the Australian Music Prize, which is Australia's version of the Mercury Music Prize. And now, as we embark on working together on album 3,
Troubled Waters is my studio space. It's where I do all my writing, arranging and recording. I build it all from recycled materials, and there are some great acoustic spaces to utilise. Many of the lyrics I write are fine-tuned over a glass of red with my great mate John Holden. So here we are again. We're back with the low hum.
On the couch. It's a bit like talking footy without
It is.
footy.
Yeah, it is.
So this is talking songwriting. Yeah, no Bruce McAmoney, but that's got to be a good thing. That poem started from a photograph, an iconic photograph of a close-up of Yuri in the spacecraft with the reflection in his helmet of space. And then I did more research and sort of found out that this guy was like the first Russian rock star.
Yeah.
When he first went into orbit, like it was the biggest thing in the world.
Americans weren't too happy.
No, they hated it.
I've been out in Kintore the last week, working with a whole bunch of young women. We've written a song and video to go with it. I'm really fortunate to share my love of songs and music and recording. I'm often asked back at home whether I ever write when I'm out here, and to be honest, I don't. My job is basically to help people write their own stories, and the stories and the songs stay out here. Having said that, I believe this album has a sense of space and heart that is deeply influenced by being in places like this. When someone passes out here, everything stops, and there's sorry business for as long as it takes for people to grieve and to honour that person. I recorded this album between the death of my mother and my father. Death does not run to any schedule. It won't fit into our daily busy Western lives. I found the concepts of sorry business extremely liberating and helpful when facing the deaths of my mother and father, and I'm really thankful for that insight. That poem that you wrote just brought images straight away in my head.
Yeah. I mean, that's one that came directly from an actual experience of going to a juice bar and being served by a girl who'd obviously been crying and was just, getting through her day the best way she could.
Yeah.
And then the rest is imagining, the rest is what if. What's going on for that woman and how did her day turn to shit? But it's also a poem, working in there is that whole idea that we're all just getting through every day the best way we can.
Yeah.
And we're all dealing with stuff. A lot of that stuff should keep us from work, We should stay in bed and pull the covers over our heads some days, or we should just go for a walk in the bush, or we should just go out and scream, but we stoically go off to the juice bar
Yeah.
every day.
And that's what I saw when I read your words.
Yeah.
I was also wondering what her customers might have thought. In my eyes, they saw something that they were feeling,
Yeah.
and they connected.
I like this one particularly just because of the way you ran with it and you extended the metaphors. And
And I mentioned Kale.
Kale, yeah, Kale gets a mention. Yeah, and I just love lines like, and the sun that it never shines in that concrete shrine. Like you really, I don't know, you pictured the same, without us ever talking about it,
Yeah.
you pictured the same place.
She always works. Cocoon is about my father. He had a major stroke when he was 59, and he was never the same after that. He then had further strokes, which meant my mum was unable to care for him, and he went into care. He ended up in a care facility. His last years in a bed, his body shrinking, unable to communicate in any way. Took a huge toll on the family. I don't get the way we deal with old age in our society. All in life could be sorted. Feelings were something to be controlled, just like traffic. Here we are at Ragemaster.
Stephen.
Friend David Carr. Did we reach the goal?
I think we did because I like listening to the record. You wanted a lot more layering and you wanted each song to have a particular atmosphere, flavour, feel, textures. Each one of those tunes has a real quirky personality, which I like.
For me, songs like There Is Light and Read What You Know are some of the best songs that Steve's written, and he's going to be sharing with you guys soon. Another highlight for me was going to Canadian Music Week with Steve and just seeing the way that he communicated with the whole new industry with enthusiasm, and the way he was received with such enthusiasm. Steve shared the stage at this big Footstomp music party we had at Canadian Music Week with Even and Kingswood and Ash Grunwald, a heap of other great artists, and had as good a response, if not better, than any of the other bands, because they were all pretty much playing to a brand new territory. It's a real hunger from the Canadian music community for this new record. I think people are very excited to hear about it.
Yeah, you reap what you know what you show. It's basically text messages, this song. I suppose it's the thing, I've come up with a riff and I start jamming the lyrics, and I remember texting you and going, I've written this thing, read what you know, not what you show, or something, and texted you and said, what do you reckon about that? As a songwriter and producer, there's nothing like having a great band around you. And I've been really fortunate with the calibre of musicians I've had around me over the years. And this album was no different. The core group for these sessions was long-time Autocrats drummer David Williams, my son Kai on bass, and Jacob McGuffey on guitars. I just made it all up.
The interesting thing, a lot of these songs are about love. But they're not love songs as such. And I think that's another misconception people have, is that a love song is directed to a person or a loved one. But most love songs are about love. And I think Monsoon Heartbreak is a song about love rather than a love song.
I think, Revenge of the Lawn is going to be one of those albums that Australian music fans are going to really connect with. I think really reminds me of like a great go-betweens record almost. It's like the concise, the 10 songs, 2 sides, emotionally connected, side A and side B, and it really feels his most honest work to date, almost brazenly so in every way. These songs are just have no bullshit involved, and it's like he's managed to take his head out of the equation and just use his heart and communicate that way. It's going to be a big year for Steve Lane.